Today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in Warsaw, and it looks like we've got some busy suggestions there. So it is the week of the 3rd of February. Diagonal roads require double the amount of road tiles. Some colors are always circles. Destinations are more likely to be doubles. So we're going to be dealing in double destinations with a lot of circle destinations. And let's do this along with Warsaw's lovely little river systems. And I'm also just like coming straight into diagonal roads too. I do hope that our second color is circular destinations, because I do appreciate sort of having some circles really early on. It's getting our score building quicker. Yes. Okay, so what I kind of want to do is get these guys connected there. I feel like it means that I should be running this down this way, getting them connected there, because it's almost the exact same length for them. It's just whether we can afford it with our roads being diagonal at this stage. So I'm just going to wait for that last guy to come back. Do that. But purple being super close and being circular, definitely a fan of that. Bounce. Ooh, circular as well. I don't think we really extended the distance by going diagonal for these guys, but we've now got this guy here too. So if he gets a little family around him, then I feel like we've got to look at that too. So I don't love it, but I feel like for now we've got to, let's go around about there. That. It's an awful setup though. I've gone that way. I think there's not enough space here anymore for there to fit in like a roundabout. Allow these guys to sort of sneak in that way. Does mean though that we could actually get rid of this. And really that as well. Make that possibly slightly straighter, so let's just get rid of that for a second. And I'll double check. I can't fit a roundabout in there anyway, can I? Yeah. Real quick, let's correct this because I'll get real messy really fast. And then what we can do is we can get rid of that. Drop this guy down one, up. I still don't like this intersection that we've got here. I don't really have another choice for how we handle that. I also don't have another bridge here. Maybe we get lucky right now. Away. I don't love it, but that'll be a temporary little workaround there. But we've got everyone but one as a circle, so we're suddenly being treated to a faster score. has merit. Might. Wonderfully, that now has merit. No, I don't have a bridge for that either. So for now, I guess this guy's gonna have to cut all the way back there. And this guy would be good to sort of cut that way, and we'll just get him working around this pink house. But again, we're gonna have to get rid of that bridge, wait for it to go away, and then come back. We got a traffic jam there. Okay, great. We've got our bridge. We can get rid of that traffic jam. Have these two guys cut down that way. Try that again. Okay, great. That guy's now got his straight line. These guys were so fast to be saying they're on that bridge. There's also no one using that bridge. Oh no, they were the pink. I guess the pink were going to come back across that way. So they took the highway. There we go. Alright, cool. So there's the two of them. That. I was trying to remember what I was worried about a while ago. And it was the merits of the roundabout up here, but I don't have a roundabout to spend at the moment. Trying to work out if there's value, say, cutting these guys this way. Go that way to join in. Let's separate those guys off. Try and keep the two sets of houses separate. Now, I feel as well, we've got a little bit of room here that would allow us to so get some of these guys work down here and connect to that, and then we can get rid of this connection, get rid of that roundabout, and have these guys just bounce to be to there, but we can't move them until that roundabout's fully gone. And at the same time, we're gonna have to run these guys up that way. Really messy for pink. Green is not happy that no one's connected to him. There we go, it's finally corrected. I think it's gone circular. Keep collecting those bridges. Okay, so this house here, you can run around and connect there. Alright, so how are we getting up here? Circular destination at that. Problems we got to solve nice and quick. We're going to turn these two guys around. It does pose a problem for these two. Because I'm going to have to now cut across where we were going to path threads. Run up here. And then across. And that's the circular red, and we've only got 2 houses covering him at the moment, which isn't great. I mean, pink is really the big problem too. We've got pink covering 2 destinations and being in the way of green getting to its destination too. At least yellow is going to be a nice easy fix at the top there. Gotta keep taking the bridges at this point. Purple out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I realize how early days it is by how well some of these, like, say, circular destinations are going, by how flimsy a setup I've got for them. This purple on the right-hand side of the river has 4 houses going to him. This green at the top's pretty ordinary. How far they've got to travel. This green here is ordinary because they've got to travel through a pink neighborhood. I mean, it's just, it's probably that we are way earlier in this game than you realize. Because we don't have, well, because we've got so many circular destinations. That guy facing back that way. I kind of want to do this, get rid of that. Mercy. Okay. Firstly, we've got to make an adjustment. We've got to change what I've just done there. We've got to cut this road slightly finer. Disconnect them. Then goes this way. Allow him to keep it connected. Run these guys up. Them connect there. I'm gonna take... We need to get some more red connected to this red guy here as well. Let's turn those 2 guys around. That doesn't help because that's not the path. I guess we'll do that now. A roundabout here somewhere. Turn another pink guy down this way because that pink doesn't seem to be coping too well. Second motorway. Definitely have to hold on to till we discover who's catastrophic. Which my money is, it's this pink on the far right. We already could give him the motorway. See, no one's at home for these, so he's just getting worse and worse. Let's turn this guy as well. This neighborhood's becoming quite handy for this guy. I mean, he's currently only got 2 houses looking after him, so it does seem like they should step in. Which would be a 2-fold solution, that we give the motorway to pink. Pink runs smoother and... Well, just as we give pink a little bit of breathing space. Everyone gets unhappy. Okay, so we want to turn this guy around. Get him going that way. Two of them. Then for in terms of pink getting there, I want to do that. Awful setup. Till we get another motorway. When this green guy showed up, but he's definitely in a handy place. This green over here is not looking too good either. Let's get rid of this. Oh no, that's for green. I was going to get rid of that motorway. That motorway is not for red. What I do want to do is move that motorway to there. And then I want these two guys to sort of swing under. I can get a motorway, a roundabout in there now actually. Let's get them to cut north. That way. The diagonal aspect of this level really hasn't come up much. I'll work out what to do with this pink, sorry, this purple house on the far right. Because we're sharing one neighborhood between the three houses, destinations at the moment. Really, this purple on the right needs to get them. We even need like a roundabout or a motorway or something. Alright, great. There's a roundabout. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cut off those houses. Those guys can go up to red. Then what we'll do is we will put a roundabout in here. Just to join in there. Now this guy, I'm not quite sure how we get him to join as well. What we could do is we cut these guys that way. I can get in there. And that means we can get rid of this. He can go that way. We can do that. Not great for green, but... But I mean, I've got no follow-up to that. It's not great for green. Giving ourselves just enough space to sneak in another awkward little double destination, though. Alright, so we get a motorway. We get some red. Got 127 tiles, so we've got plenty to spare. Let's get these two guys to run the length of the top and join in there. I think ideally what we want to do is cut this road so these five guys down the bottom are just looking after this lower red. So let's take these two guys, take him, turn them, and then we'll get rid of that. I'll give him a choice about it. this pink to go straight up there. We want a motorway for this green in the top middle, because if we get that, then we can reorder the way that we're dealing with our yellow housing. Because again, it's one that seems pretty off in the split that we've got going for it. Green doesn't seem too great. I realize with this yellow here, what I can do is I can turn him around, go back through the roundabout to assist. Oh, we do have roundabout motorway. Let's do that. Let's get rid of these guys to there. We'll turn him that way. And then we'll get that motorway to bounce to there. And we'll replace it immediately. It does really feel like this yellow house in the center on the top island should be connected to the yellow right next to him. I mean, I guess they're not going that far for the ones at the top, and the difference in distance for the guy towards the bottom on the left has become even greater. So maybe they're sort of sharing the same distance where they are. So no, that's the other thing I think we've been waiting for, is we were always planning on giving these guys a motorway too. Let's get that there and connect it to here. And then we can get rid of that. Use a motorway, get a motorway. It's a pretty good deal at the moment. Certainly feel undermanned with red houses. Now, I also realized that these guys don't really need to be connected anymore. Like, this yellow house is the only reason this motorway needs to include this road to yellow and green now. Whether or not it's worth changing. Let's leave this guy connected. We also still have the problem of these greens and pinks sharing. This one seems pretty solvable though. What we could do is we can just build a diagonal bridge that way, and then cut it back down that way, and do a weird little pointless thing at the end there, and then get rid of it. Then we get these guys to go out, and we just give them connection to that briefly while we get rid of this. We're going to turn these guys down, swing them up, and this guy can come around this way. And there, those two neighborhoods are separate without having to cost us a motorway. Everyone's running pretty smooth at the moment. Alright, I'm gonna cut that guy this way. I'm gonna just make that little shift for red, just to allow these three green guys to all connect. Alright, we have let this guy just go a little too quickly alone. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get rid of that. Give all of these guys this way. Red to run slightly up, and we'll get these guys to connect. I'll make him just loop around him for now. Wait for that to go away. At the same time, we're going to get this bounce to there. Then we're going to get this to go from there to there. We're about to have a hectic little moment with green. Great. Alright, so then we can go there and we can get rid of that. It's 3 houses on the left just for this green. Lucky they're so close. We do have 2 more motorways at this point though. I'll just keep an eye on who needs them. We are looking very calm at the moment. Since every house is a double destination on a and circular. It's not every house, every destination. It's double and circular. We're very calm. Pink, green and pink down the bottom, a little bit rough, maybe. And that we could shorten, we could make green a motorway. Well, we'll just keep watching it at this point. There's no point in spending a motorway if we don't need it. It's probably a decent get for this guy. There's no real spot that can get easily connected there. All good red for that guy down there. The top red needs some help. Alright. So what we can do is we're going to turn this guy, we're going to get rid of that. And we will give these guys a motorway that runs over to that side. We can then get rid of that. Have these guys connect like that. I think we should try and do as well. So let's get this little road up here. We'll separate yellow and purple to the 2 different sides of that double destination. Kind of a very manicuring deal for where we're currently at. We've got 5 motorways down, we've got 2 more on hand, so potentially we've got another 3 after that. Feeling pretty good for motorways at the moment. So it doesn't feel like there's a lot of houses for some of these. Like we don't have... there's obviously everything's circular, but we've got some things where it's only like 2 or 3 people that are looking after something. Feels like it could get critical at some point, but I mean... So far, so good. Red at the top still doesn't look too great. There's nowhere I can fit a roundabout up in there, but what we can do, I guess, is this. Give him like a little bit of backup. Green, pink house in the middle of green is totally fine since they're sharing a destination. I guess we've also got, there's not a lot of cases where we're only using one side. So red here is sharing with green to connect to this same one south side. But I mean, whether or not it's better or worse to have all of them going from one side, or if they're going from two different sides, it's certainly debatable. I mean, it's really more about where they park in the parking lot and whether they're just going to get in each other's way. I just feel like we need some more support to this yellow in the top right too. Does look like everyone's starting to get a little bit more burdened, but we're not really getting more houses to address it. Run this guy down that way. See, both of them are immediately leaving, so he has supply needs. That goes okay. Red at the top. Top left is also a problem up here. And I mean, part of our problem here is that we're getting them to share. I'm gonna get that guy's talking to a red, so I can't get this red to cross over this pink because then they're cross contaminate. So I'm gonna move this guy down here. I'm just one extra. I mean, this guy can go up there and he can help out this one at least. Let's give these two reds to the north. And then I reckon we can get rid of that. Very peaceful chugging away we're doing here. Expecting us to just get a destination land in either one of these spots. I feel like what we've actually just had happen here is that the central point of this is shifted to there. That we can make this a much shorter connection. Just need to wait for this motorway to go so we can redraw these last two guys getting connected. But even having that little downtime like that, you can see how fast this sort of built up. It just doesn't feel particularly busy though. Like, I don't know if it's just because there's so few, like, because it's double destinations, it just doesn't feel like there's as many spots on the map, but it's been particularly rushed. I'm gonna grab this house here and swing him down, because this guy at the bottom seems to be in a much worse off spot. Does seem to be a bit based on this intersection there. Well, we can. Try introducing him to that. Though I feel like since they're not acknowledging it yet, or get worse before it gets better. This yellow down here is not looking too good either. We do really need more yellow houses. They are winning this one though. It feels like everywhere just took a little step up in business. The diagonals in this map really didn't ever seem to come into play. It's looking busy, but it seems like there's people at home in most of these places, so it's not like they're in complete panic mode. And also we're not getting any more houses, so it's not like there's anything we can do about it. Green down here. You know what, we've got 4 motorways at this point, so I'd say these guys have earned the right to sort of speed up their movement a little bit. Keep on collecting bridges. Possible we're just going to run forever here. I think the central point of that has moved as well, so let's these guys adjusted. What week are we into? 30. Alright. It's this panic moment where we've got to wait for a shift like that. I mean, really what I should have done is this guy in, done that. We've got so many motorways that may let us get away with it being sort of quick, but there you go. Smooth transition. Yellow down here is getting pretty bad. Do we have any spare houses? It seems like it. It seems like we. Yeah, I don't know what to say here. We just just enjoy the silence, I guess, and watch it tick along. It's good to get that yellow house there. I don't know if we get a roundabout in there to just sort of try and clean this guy's intersection up a bit, but like anywhere in there it's going to fit. Some of these circular, like this yellow at the top's only got 4 houses operating off it. It's still very impressive. So I can't have roundabout in. $34. I don't feel like I've ever counted weeks before. Does seem like that pink in the top right is starting to struggle a little bit. And possibly what I could do is take this pink, do that with him. Again. Green down here, maybe? Oh, no, I feel like I'm just looking for a problem at this time. I'm trying to pick a fight. Starting to wonder if I can just walk away, yeah. It's green. I feel like as well, similar to what we've done in other spots now that we've got so many motorways and so many roundabouts. Clean up these as well. I guess these guys are struggling a little bit. Yellow here is starting to struggle with his 3. Need to shift someone over this way. Okay, let's pause for a second to work this out. Let's turn this guy up and turn that guy down. I'm going to turn that guy down as well. That leaves this guy with the 4 at the top. This guy's got 3. And this guy's got 6. Seems to be cleaning this guy up though. Is this guy okay? What does he have? He's got 4. And again, I think this is where I can spend one of my, like, excess motorways. Let's just bounce that to there, get rid of that. And speed these guys up. On the balance here, maybe let's turn this guy, turn that guy, see how that goes. Bridges. But see, these reds are starting to struggle a little bit. Maybe, I mean, it's so late in the game that let's try and try not to be too risky in our adjustment. Let's get rid of that. Turn that. Let green get a bit more direct. These 2 reds here aren't doing anything on that side, so we'll just turn them around. Turn one of these pinks around. Huh? Big 42. What do we need, a 9th roundabout or a 15th bridge? Alright. Switching these yellows as well, they're not doing great. 5 yellows for him. 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we do for this yellow? Might shift one of these purples north so that there's less purple coming through this roundabout. so it doesn't hurt yellow as much. Or do we have to finally concede and take some traffic lights? I mean, it feels like its own victory in itself that I haven't had to choose traffic lights all the way to this point. Pink on the right. And amazing, the green, the red's doing amazing with just its 3. It's pink down here. I feel like pink maybe has surges from time to time. Which one of these reds around? Another yellow in this top section. Which is good for... Let's maybe turn that guy back around. Roundabout number 10. don't think I've got a 20,000 score before. I think we're on path. Right, let's think about yellow. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do a dramatic shift. I'm going to turn this guy back that way. We're going to cut that. I'm going to put this motorway here and then bounce that to there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these three guys round. Gonna be allowed to cut across there. Alright, so for now we'll let him run across the top. Down and up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move those guys to the top. Just gotta wait for some of these roads to disappear before we can sort of clean this up a bit. Hopefully these guys being so close will mean that they can look after less houses. Green and purple down here. Now I don't think that we're going to get any more motorways, so I kind of don't want to spend that last one. I think that sort of have to cope with our setups. One setup change though I feel like I should do is shift this motorway to there, and then let's just build a little dip up and then down like that. Then we get rid of this. Sweat while this doesn't get built. That takes so long. There we go, thank goodness. Okay. And then we can just build straight across there. Get rid of that. So now pink is slightly closer. Green goes slightly longer, but this road just to connect there. Yellow looks like they're surging a little bit now. Another yellow for this one. There we go, tick, tick, tick. 20,000. First time ever. I mean, I feel like it won't be till I see the global rankings about how significant that is or not. I realize I can't really just walk away from it either, because each week it's going to come and ask me to make a choice. One time I played one Orcs Must Die 2 level, and I figured out a way to sort of have the infinite game just sort of run in a trap system that I built. And I think I got to wave 206 that I just let run overnight because it could just sustain itself. It died, I think, in the morning because one guy got stuck. I guess those weekly benefits aren't going to give me that luxury of just letting this go. But I also feel like there's little tweaks I have to do every few weeks here that would mean that couldn't do it anyway. For example, we've got pink there, not happy. I don't quite know what else we could do for that pink. I've got this guy just here that unfortunately we can't cut across there. It'd be really nice to get. I suppose what we could do is this, and then that. And then that. I mean, potentially we can get rid of that green as well. And then the question is whether that pink slows stuff down, or if he's so close, he's going to make life so much easier for everyone. I think possibly those greens can live without that one greenhouse. I'm watching this yellow on the bottom left. Let's turn one more guy around for him, maybe. I feel like part of his problem is these purples are just getting in their way. Let's turn that guy around. Let's disable those two guys, and let's just make purple, force purple to come from the bottom. Let's see if that allows us to get enough yellows sort of moving in there quicker. We got yellow up here too, so we're just currently having a yellow surge. I don't even know who's helping this guy anymore. Where are your yellows coming from up here? So it's the same guy. Man, really needing to get to that though. Let's flip one of these guys around as well. And a little part of me that's sort of happy to see this finally getting to an end. Come on, fellas, you can figure this out. So they're slowly winning against it. Very slowly winning against it. Now, yellow down the bottom does seem like it's a little bit happier down here, but I do think at the cost of purple starting to struggle a little bit. So we're going to give those two guys back. 21 bridges. What week was that? 55? Mercy. Let's turn this guy back down south. also feel like more than any other map, almost every single house, with the exception of, say, this one green and this one red, everyone else is attached to a network where they can contribute. Right at the top, starting to get a little panicky. It's right down the bottom right has so many houses. So does the red bottom left. I bet red bottom right just got another one too. He doesn't need both of these neighborhoods, but I mean, I'd need a motorway to get either of those neighborhoods anywhere else. I'll be honest, I've turned Idle Slayer on my phone and I'm now just collected some coins in that too. This is certainly a minimal effort run at this point. Pretty good guy to gain another house, that pink. Yellow bottom left is still having a bit of a struggle. I would like one more yellow house somewhere. I mean, even just gaining one with yellow seems to allow me to shift all the houses between the various locations. There's 25,000. Bridge 23. Well, that yellow bottom right, he's struggling a bit there, but I really don't have much to... he's the one guy that probably doesn't have anyone I can shift to him. And I mean, there's no one available, so he can't have like a tweak of a single house sort of going towards him. And now we've got purple down the bottom also having a little panic. He's recovering now. Purple's sort of gridlocking in that car park. This purple on the right hand side has so many houses too. It's kind of funny that he doesn't have to share them. Like, he's got, what, 15. I mean, I guess the ones on the left, one has 6 and the other has 6 as well, so it's not like any of them are slumming it. It's green on the far left. The traffic doesn't look great. So slot in a way that I wonder if I should remove this red from being part of that, just to try and clean up their route a little bit. Because, I mean, he's obviously by far the closest red, but it's not like red's short on houses. I guess with that red at the top, it's going to have a little tantrum. What we could do is put like a roundabout in here somewhere. Have some of these guys go support. But, I mean, you can see no one's really leaving from down here, so he's got the coverage. And it's more a problem, I guess, because it means the closest guys for this red down the bottom are now going to start going to the top. I mean, I guess let's cause ourselves a little chaos, shall we? Oh, there is another yellow up here. This guy's appeared. So let's join him that way. Everyone yellow is just going to have a quick little panic. Except for this guy. Except for the guy that just gained a house. So, that guy's probably in most desperate need. So let's flip that guy around this way. Then that guy up. So this destination doesn't gain a house. He just sort of shifts across to 1. Happy week 62. Here's an extra guy to this top one. I can't really flip one of the guys from the bottom to him as well. He needs everything he's got. This guy's okay, so let's just flip that guy up as well. So we're now winning with this one. Hopefully that means the rush is just about over, so we're going to see this guy calm down too. What we'll do is we're going to switch that guy back down. Also got another purple in here. Green looks so gridlocked there. Let's get rid of that red. See what it does without that. Let's give this green north as well. Give him a little bit more support. I mean, part of his problem is just that it's a messy messy setup. Oh, another yellow. Okay, so this yellow, if we send him that way, we can then permanently send that guy that way. another pink for that guy. Nothing we can really do with that. Oh, I suppose we can get him around the top. Both of those guys can contribute. And they're straight in there as well. This red is also going to help this guy. I guess we can get this guy to go connect like that. Whether or not he'll just cause more havoc into that roundabout, or if it's just sort of a smooth little assist. Purple looks like it's starting to traffic jam itself here a little bit. It's complaining that pink. Why not odd that pink complaining? You can see there's guys down here that haven't even left home, so it's not even really like a supply issue. It's just like it's the road to get to them that's a problem. There's 30,000. We'll bang on week 65. Oh, it is amazing to see that red's actually all of the red houses, cars on the left aren't at home. I think all of them are off assisting. Those two sharing the cars could possibly be a problem. Also, I don't know why I've really done that as like an arch out. Like we can do, straighten it a bit. We do that, make that a quicker drive for him. All right, we got yellow down here, having another scene. Is there anyone yellow that's available? A comment. It's even going to be that we just call on, say, one guy. Just say get these two guys. This yellow on top right seems to be okay at the moment, so maybe those two can help him out. And I mean, they're very tiny little, like, chip away assist. Purple keeps getting given more and more houses, like they're the problem. Guy's calm again, so we can get rid of that. I guess too, it does mean that there's not, like, this isn't completely autonomous at this point. It does still have tiny little bits of help needed. Okay. Let's try and separate these guys out again, I think. I think that there's a problem of the moving around between both, so we're just going to get rid of that road. We've got the 6 guys at the top here, and then we've also got this one guy on this right-hand side. And what we can do is we can shift more of these houses at the top towards that guy. And these guys at the very bottom, what we can do is we can fit a roundabout in here anywhere. No. Possibly run, say, these 3 reds up the top and to run into that section there. Another yellow. This top section. Probably this yellow will actually swing down. They can help out with this guy. It does feel like we are starting to get a little bit more hectic. I mean, ever so slowly. Surely there's going to be a 6-figure score sitting at number 1 at this level, right? I mean, now it seems like we're getting a few more, like, quick changes in which like bridge number 28. I'd love to just draw bridges all the way across the river. Not sure if I've got the... I suppose as long as I can connect at one side, right, I can sort of have them run like partway across. And then we can even just have not connecting bridges in the middle like that. No, we need that sort of offset those 2 things. Alright, so we've got yellow unhappy, that yellow's unhappy. I think yellow's gonna sink us. I think that looks like we're gonna be about done. This guy's okay. We do have 1, so let's do what we did last time. Let's get rid of those connections, and we will send these 2 to that guy. So even though this guy's complaining, I'd wager that, yeah, this guy's gonna be what sinks us. Whoa, week 70. And we're not done with our art project though. Oh, we're out of bridges. Either I could connect these 2, and then we can make it all the way to the end. Now when someone looks at the thumbnail of this, they'll be like, what was he up to? Oh, yellow survived as well. That was probably as close as you can get. I feel like as well the next time that yellow is unhappy, that's it, because they got so close there. We will leave those 2 houses both pointing down towards yellow though. Since we've sort of seen the cycle of the way that this works, I don't think that anyone else is going to sink us. I think that we've seen the rotation through of all the problems that all the different colors have, and it'll be rotating back to that yellow where we'll see a problem. This pink though has got a lot of traffic jam going on. Alright, now we got pink. You're going to see the end of days here. This pink had as much as it can stand. And again, you can see feel these guys just don't. Not everyone's having to leave home for pink, except for on this guy. I don't know if we need to maybe give them someone else. Let's see what happens if we give him another one, because this lower guy, this guy down here, he's slightly better off. Winning. Now it's Red's turn to have a little panic. Let's take these 3 red. We'll run them into these purples. Room for a roundabout anywhere in here? No. Then we'll run them up into here. Now, I think this makes them the... Yeah. They're the sort of the T intersection, and I think the T intersection's the only time where it's kind of handy to use sort of traffic lights. Because it means that when everything's fine and they're just using like the northern houses, they can just flow on through, and it's just when these guys from the bottom come up that they'll sort of assist. Who is this guy? Where did you come from? Alright, well, we're going to see the end now. Jelly finally done its dash. And it was that guy, even though I didn't do the shift. Well, there we go. What do we get to? 36,449. New personal best, but I mean on weekly challenges, that's always sort of debatable whether that's not so much me as it is the weekly challenge. So let's see what that ranks up against. We are the 1%. And we are number 6. We're not too far off what number 1 got. I mean 10,000, but still. What a week. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.